Young Ben was always a little different. He was a very smart young boy that enjoyed hanging out with his foul friend Tommy. For Ben's older brother James, that was just another reason to pick on Ben. Tommy was a turkey, and James would always laugh and say,
"Turkeys are the stupidest animals in the world."
That, plus the fact that Ben was short, chubby, and wore glasses, made him the perfect target for James. Although Ben was smart, he did not like school because he was not very good at math. Ben wished he understood numbers the way he understood science. The other kids, often led by his brother James, would tease Ben. He tried hard to remain calm and happy, but it was not easy listening to the name-calling.
Four Eyes, Fatso, Dummy Stupid.
Just a few of the names James and the others would call him. Ben was very hurt by this, but tried really hard not to show it. The only one who knew the pain Ben felt was Tommy. From time to time, he would tell Tommy how badly James and his friends bullied him.
"Why do kids hate me so much, Tommy? Why are they so mean to me?"
cried Ben. Tommy thought for a moment.
Kids who act like bullies have probably been bullied too. You're different from them, Ben. It's not right what they're doing to you. You must understand that you're very smart. That might make other kids jealous.
After a brief pause, Tommy continued.
You have to rise above all this nonsense, Ben. You are as bright as the stars in the sky. You are special and you will accomplish something great one day. But you have to keep believing in yourself.
"I guess so, Tommy.
Ben said, with his head lowered.
But it makes me very sad when they tease and push me. I have nightmares and I can't sleep. They're ruining in my life,"
Ben pronounced.
Ben, no one can make you feel sad but you. You have the freedom to make your own decisions about how to react to what others say or do. My advice is that you look at your reflection in the mirror and see what I see. Someone who is destined to change the world.
Ben looked at Tommy and chuckled.
"You're pretty smart for a turkey."
Ben started to giggle, and Tommy joined in too. Then Ben put his arm around his turkey friend and declared, "Tommy,
"Tommy, I promise someday when I accomplish those great things, I will let the whole world know how smart turkeys really are."
Ben really worked hard to stay positive by reading, making toys and inventing new things. But just about every day, Ben's older brother James and his friends would say mean things and play tricks on him.
Move out of the way, here comes Fatty.
Yelled some of the bullies when they would see Ben coming their way. James had a friend named Heather, who wasn't very nice. One day, James convinced Heather to play a trick on Ben.
"Let's play Don't Be Rude to the Puppy,"
Heather told Ben. Heather pretended she was holding a puppy in her arms and then told Ben to say something rude to her puppy. Ben said he didn't want to play, but Heather was insistent. After a while, Ben gave in and said he would play.
"Say my puppy is ugly, Ben,"
Heather said with amusement.
"Okay, your puppy is ugly,"
Ben said reluctantly. Heather pretended to put the imaginary puppy down and then smacked Ben very hard across his face.
"Don't be mean to my puppy."
All of the kids around heard the smack and began laughing at Ben. Heather had hit Ben so hard that she knocked his new glasses off, breaking them. With tears in his eyes, Ben bent down, picking up his broken glasses, and ran home. Ben was very upset, but instead of acting like bullies by fighting or teasing back, he decided to stay focused on what Tommy had told him. No one can make you feel bad but you. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, Ben chose to go home. He fixed his glasses and used his angry feelings as positive energy by inventing a way to make his glasses even better and stronger. No one was going to keep Ben down, not even the bullies. Later that day, Ben told Tommy what had happened.
"I told my mother how Heather hit me and broke my glasses, and she told me that everything will be okay and kids will be kids,"
Ben said sadly to Tommy.
It's not okay, Ben. You have to stand up for yourself. These kids have to learn what they're doing is not acceptable.
Tommy stated firmly.
"What should I do, Tommy?"
Tommy told Ben to make a list of all the things the other kids were saying and doing to him. Then go to the principal or vice principal and show them the list, Tommy demanded. Ben decided to take Tommy's advice. The next day he showed the principal his list of what Heather and the other kids had been doing to him. The principal called all the students involved into his office and made them apologize to Ben. He told them that he and the other teachers would be watching and listening, and no more bully behaviour would be tolerated. Heather was told to write, "Hands are not for hitting," on a chalkboard 1,000 times. It took her a week. She never bothered Ben again. The next morning, Ben confronted James.
James, I'm tired of your bullying, and I'm not going to put up with it anymore. You better stop it.
Oh, I'm scared.
James responded sarcastically.
Or else what, you ugly little troll?
He said, hitting Ben in the back of his head. Ben looked firmly into his brother James's eyes and said,
Stop hurting me, James. If you don't stop, I'll tell Mom.
James picked Ben up by his collar and said,
You had better not snitch on me again, or you'll regret it.
You may be bigger than I am, but someday I shall beat you with my mind.
Ben said smugly. Ben had never spoken up to him before, and this puzzled James. He stared at his little brother.
Whatever, tough guy. Good luck with that.
James sneered and gave Ben a little push. As Ben walked away, Tommy nodded proudly at Ben and said,
That big bully, he only picks on you because it makes him feel bigger. Hang in there, Ben. You're the smartest kid I know.
Tommy then swung his wing and squawked at James.
Shame on you, James. I don't like bullies.
As time passed, Ben's bully problems shrank, but his mind continued to grow. He began to notice things. He noticed how well fish swam, and he wished he could swim like they did. Ben had an idea. He went out to gather some wood, and when he returned home he carefully carved swimming fins for his hands and feet. Ben had learned to carve when he was very young. His father was a soap and candle maker, and Ben would sit for hours and watch him carve designs. Everyone in town was very excited about Ben's fin invention. And it wasn't very long before almost everyone in town wanted a pair. And Ben became very popular. As the years went on, Ben became smarter and smarter. Eventually, he would grow up and become an adult. He never stopped inventing new things and trying new ideas. One day, Ben was flying a kite and discovered electricity. Because Ben never gave up and never gave in to his brother and the other bullies, he was able to accomplish great things. While he was being taunted and picked on, he kept going and believing in himself, even when he felt sad and alone. Young Benjamin Franklin grew up to become one of the greatest American heroes and inventors of all time. A bully can only bully if you believe their hurtful words. Stand up for yourself and say, "This is not okay, stop." Your confidence will scare off a bully. Remember that hands and words should never be used for hurting, but should be used to help better the world. If Ben can do it, you can too. Ben. B-E-N. Bullying ends now. If you are being bullied, tell someone.